What's going on, guys? Ryan Jet Patrol back. Another video today. We're going to be taking a look at the newly released Hot Toys Buzz Lightyear. Let's check it out. That's right, guys. We're back. Another video. Hope you guys are excited for this one. I have Space Ranger Alpha Buzz Lightyear. Thanks to Pop Collectibles for getting this to me super fast. If you want to pick one of these up for yourself, link in the description below along with the discount code if you so choose to. I'm pretty excited about this one. Huge Toy Story fan, and the opportunity to get a 1/6 scale Buzz Lightyear, especially from a company like Hot Toys, was a no-brainer. Had to pick it up. I have no idea where this guy's going to go in the collection because I don't have any other 1/6 scale Toy Story items to go with. He's like he's a one-off. He's a one-off character in the collection, so I'm not sure exactly. Maybe he hides in the clone section somewhere. I don't really know. But let's unbox this guy and see what he's really like, and see if he's worth the price of admission. So let's take a look at Buzz first. We've got the figure here. We'll take a look at accessories in just a second. He looks amazing. He looks fantastic. I mean, the head sculpt, it's got a nice little smirk to it. It's fantastic. I mean, seamlessly, it's got magnetic. The faceplate comes out just like other Hot Toys figures and magnets. And I guess I can just show you that right now. This just pops right out. I'm going to try to do this. He's got to look like it's not really a good place to grab it. I will tell you that. So I'm going to try like the eyebrows. There we go. All right, so the magnets are very strong. There's the joysticks for the movable eyes. It's almost creepier like that, right? I don't know. But anyways, the magnets go on there very easily, and it looks fantastic. I mean, it really does. I'm a fan. I like it very much. The express, I would have liked, I got to be honest with you, I would have liked multiple expressions. That would have been nice. But I'm just happy we have a Buzz Lightyear in the collection in 1/6 scale form. So the greens are beautiful. I think as far as the paint saturation and colors go, I think it's true to the film. I think it looks great. But there's weathering and detail everywhere. No die-cast parts. You would think there might be some. There's not. But that doesn't mean it's flimsy or whatever. It is very sturdy. And you can see it. So the green chest plate here with all the little nicks and rubbed off paint and weathering going on. It's everywhere. Like every surface or every crease, every bend is pretty much been beat up, because he has lots of field experience. So that's kind of there. They left the middle section clean. It's like the only clean section here. Like even the shoulders, it has the dry brushing stuff going on, the weathering, there's paint everywhere going on. But the middle section's clean, and then like the elbows, the joints are clean. So it's kind of, I'm not sure why, but I guess that's how it was in the film. So that's fine. Maybe because it's protected, but you can see it right there. It's got the Space Ranger insignia going on here. It says Lightyear right here, which is all banged up and brushed. And he's got his little, nozzles and whatnot on here. It is beautiful. Going around to the back, we got 02, we got Lightyear, caution labels, caution stickers going on everywhere, caution down here on the belt. The belt goes around here, there's caution labels everywhere. If I go right here, you almost got like a nuclear multi something. It says multi. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it says multi right there. And then it actually says the same thing on the other side. So that looks pretty good. Kind of dig that. And we got little triangles and stuff going on the biceps and just it's cool. So a darker, you got multicolored gray. So you got this dark, almost black gray going on here with a lighter gray, and then an even lighter gray here. And then this section here is actually, magnetic. This section here. I'll show you about that here in a little bit. Thigh plate here is magnetic as well. And then this section back here is also magnetic. We'll mess with that in just a second. So it's pretty cool. As far as movement goes, you can see like the neck is pretty large. And you're going to run into, it is on a ball joint, so you can get some decent range of motion out of it. But he's not going to look up very much or down or whatever. So he's got a big chin. It's going to get in the way. So there's that. As far as everything else, if you own an Iron Man figure, it's very similar. So the shoulder joints will actually pop out and extend just like that to give you some more range of motion. Ball joints here, swivel at the bicep, double bend at the knee, that's an elbow. That's a knee, that's an elbow. Biology lesson. But watch this. So if I open this elbow back up, it kind of tucks just like an Iron Man figure. So I kind of dig that very much. Nice engineering on the Hot Toys part from years and years of making Iron Peoples. So dig that. The torso does extend as well. It was a little tight to do it the first time. Got to be honest with you. So we're going to try and do this. And yep, there it goes. So it extends almost like one panel's worth, I guess, if you will. There's no noticeable click. It just kind of slides. All right. So there's that. And we have one hip drop down on either leg as well. So they will drop down like Iron Man figures. And again, it was a little tight the first time. Let's try this again. There we go. So it will drop down one notch. I don't think there's a second notch in there. It might. Yeah, I don't think there's a second notch. So there's that. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be until we get to posing. We'll figure that out. Double bend on the knee, which looks amazing as well. And as far as torso, you can hear like it's plastic on plastic. It's very plasticky. So not a whole lot going on there. As far as ab crunch goes, I mean, it's got the swivel. Let me see this arm out of the way, guys. Sorry. The swivel's more in the upper region, right? You get a little bit there. So not a whole lot going on there. So I don't think we're having any paint rub, but it is kind of, well, it's a plasticky sound, right? I guess it's better than metal on metal. But again, double bend on the knee, which looks great. As far as the feet go, I mean, look at these things. They're giant. Stability should not be a problem. They're very large boots. But it goes up, goes back. Side to side, it does have a little bit of play. Not a lot. And then you've got, yeah, a little bit of toe articulation. I'll show you that too. It looks great. I mean, I've yet to find a panel that just didn't have some detail on it, which I think they did a really good job. The knees extend just kind of like the elbows do. They got that part right there. Kind of hides that, kind of dig that very much. And then we got like washes and mustard yellows and greens. And I mean, you got weathering on the bottom of the boot where it's like, it's been running or whatever. It's just very, very cool. There's a lot of stuff going on with this figure. Star Command 01 going right there on the left bicep. And then Space Ranger is there on the, his left, his right. There we go. We're learning a lot by biology today, guys. So it looks great, easy to maneuver around, and it's a beautiful piece. I'm very, very happy this thing is here. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the accessories he comes with. Because, like I said, there's some magnetic bits on here, and I guess let's start with the simple stuff. He does have his blaster here. I'll kind of zoom in here a little bit. He does have his blaster here, which is like an off-white color. If we put that against the suit, you'll see it's like an off-white cream color. Kind of dig that. He's got a light on there, a laser. It looks pretty freaking cool. Space Ranger SR going on there. And this is a SCDX01. I guess that's the name of this particular blaster. I think it looks pretty cool. Now, it is, like I said, it is magnetic. Kind of sticks right there. And it's all the magnets on this figure are fairly sturdy. So I'll give you that. I mean, they're pretty strong. So, it's not falling off. It looks great right there. We'll put that to the side for 1 second. And we got another magnetic piece. Let me get over here for a second. And that is his sword, I guess, blade. I'm not sure what you would call this thing. But here it is. SCDX09 is the designation for this particular one. Space Ranger logo there. Caution. I'm pretty sure it's a laser. It's not a lightsaber. It's a laser sword. It's pretty cool. It has some interesting parts of it. So these circles right here, these dark circles, those are magnets, and they will magnetize on the back of the figure. There we go. So that's pretty cool, and it will do either way. Oh, I say it will do either way. It won't do either way. It kind of does. No, I was wrong. It goes that way. That's how it goes. That's cool. I mean, just... Now, I don't know why. I'll show you one thing with this. There's instructions on there, and it says you can take the blade out. I don't know why you would do that. I'm going to show you. It just slides like literally just vertically out of this thing, horizontally out. It goes like, and it shows you like that you're supposed to do that. I don't know why you would do that. Number one, it's got this little tiny little nub of a thing sticking out of it, which I think would break. I thought maybe like it's an LED or something. It's not. I don't know why you would do that. It's kind of a strange deal right there, but this just slides back in here. And if I can do this correctly, Come on. Go. Yeah, there you go. Again, I don't know why you do that, but this is pretty cool. So translucent little blue plastic. It definitely looks like the material they use for the lightsabers. So if you've got those, it's pretty much the same material. It looks great. Weathering on it, cool. And again, magnet feature. I dig that. And they're very, very strong magnets. But you might not want to have that magnetized on there all the time, because if you get the deluxe set, then you get this guy, which is cool. It just is. So this is jetpack. So you got to get the deluxe to get the jetpack, which if you're getting a Buzz Lightyear and not getting the jetpack, I don't quite understand that move. That thought process is a little strange to me. But this is more like I'd say like a champagne gunmetal-ish color. You see it next to him. Like, it's not really silverish. It's more got like champagne color to it. But there's rust paint all over it. Looks great. It's got the Star Command Space Ranger logos going in here. More of the hazard tape mag lock. That's pretty cool. And there's no blast effects. Like, there's no light up features like we would see with Star Wars characters. We see all the blast effects. We don't have that. But these sections here fold around the figure, and these magnetize to the back of our Lightyear figure. So there's an R1, L1. It kind of goes that way. There's only one way to put this on, right? So you can do this. I want you to hear this. It kind of sticks right on there. It's strong. Like, this is a heavy backpack. But listen to this. We got magnets with a nice, satisfying click. I mean, that's ASMR heaven right there. It looks great. And it's not so heavy. I mean, it's heavy, don't get me wrong. But the joints are strong enough to where I don't think it's going to fall over. But you don't want to leave it. You don't want to leave it just right there. So we'll hang you right there. So there's two modes for this jetpack. Go ahead and bring these guys in. You've got the non-flight mode, the off mode. I guess we'll take him off for a second. Buzz, if you don't mind. So you got off mode. So there is a particular way these go on. You got a slot here on the side, and this is the not flying mode. These magnetize in here. It's almost friction plus magnets, almost kind of deal. Those go in there. Makes it look even cooler because you got the hazard tape, and you got red, and you got green. So that's how that works. Not hard. However, Buzz flies in this particular film. Or is he falling with style? I don't know. Either way, but these go in here, same way. And the SC, you'll see this goes back. So you'll know that this green goes on the left side of this jetpack. And the red goes on the other side. These go in very easily. And they just go in just like this. And it looks amazing. So we'll put this back on our figure. Snap these in. It's a nice, satisfying click. And there we go. It looks beautiful. Look at that. It's like we're back in Toy Story again. And that's kind of where I'm sitting with this thing. Like, this is a Toy Story figure for me. The film was okay. It wasn't terrible. But for me, this is Toy Story. So I need a 1/6 scale friend to go with him, Woody. And then, some other characters would be kind of fun. But I have the Revoltech figures of Jesse, Woody, and Buzz in my office at work. But this obviously will go along with those. It looks so good. So good. So that's not all it comes with. I'll put them to the side for just a second. We've talked about the blade for already. We've talked about his blaster. That's fine. We got these guys. That's a lot of fun. But he does come with his cat socks. I'm pretty sure you had to get the deluxe to get this one as well. But there's socks. The cat's more of an orangey, mustardy yellow, purple, collar there. Bright green. I'm not sure how that's coming across, but bright green. Eyes, I guess you will. And then this thing is superposable. You got a ball joint on the tail. You got ball joint here. You can maneuver where you want. The legs will do whatever. You spin the head around. Like, it's pretty posable for a 1/6 scale animated robot cat. So there's socks. And then we've got his handcuffs. Nice green there. Space Ranger logo there on the back. So white and green. Yeah, those look pretty good. So we got those. And then we have another blaster you can put on his right arm. So this kind of just is a little rubbery band you can put over his right arm and put on there if you want. I'll probably use this at some point because I see no reason not to. Nice. I mean, the binding on this hose, that looks beautiful. It's got a screen here that's obviously a sticker. And it looks, a little red button. That's cool. I don't know. I'm enjoying this figure. Gotta be honest with you guys. Now, if you get Socks, you get Socks' computer. If you've seen the film, this is obviously part of the film. It's got his little geode thing they were working on there. So that's obviously a sticker as well. Kind of dig that. And then we have some hands. So, two-fisted hands actually on the figure. We get some gesturing hands. We got a pointing hand. We'll take a look at just a couple of these things. The paint applications are great. Larger 6-scale style peg. Kind of dig those. Gloved textures, great. We got purple on the fingertips, purple on the knuckles, and then the green right here. It looks great. I dig that. So gesturing hand. We get another saluting hand, or whatever gesture you want to do with that. It's fine. We get a blaster holding hand. Also could hold the sword, obviously, or the laser, saber sword, whatever the hell they're calling that thing, can hold that as well. And then two more relaxed hands. So you're going to get some options on whatever you want to do with those, pose-wise. Now, you might be thinking, hey, what about the dome? He's got no dome. Well, you would be wrong, because, boom, he's got a dome. Now, previous figures we've had domes for would be Stan Lee in the spacesuit from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, in which they made it a split dome. This time, they did not. It is one piece, and it is glorious. So they figured out a way to make this work, and it's great. So fingerprints are going to be a thing, obviously. But this, literally, not all that difficult. Slips right on here. Oops, sorry. It's right on here. And right there. It's gorgeous. I mean, they just, without having that seam across it, they just look, obviously there's a glare for you guys, but it is very, very clear. It is very clean. There's no scratches or smudges or whatever. I mean, it's the clarity on it is what I'm trying to tell you is beautiful. So I'm going to pull that off because I really don't want to scratch that. That would suck, but man, he looks good, right? All right, so we're going to put them to the side. One more piece of the puzzle is the stand. So just a normal sticker here says Buzz Lightyear, but the base itself actually looks cool. So just watch how it plays with the light. It's got almost like this fluorescent effect going on with it, which looks awesome. It just says Lightyear. It's got a little photo of him. It's like that one section on his suit says caution. But it does play with the light well. So if you're into that kind of thing, it looks nice. And it comes with a flight stand and a normal Hot Toys waist grabber. But the thing we got to figure out is, what does he look like posed up? Like that's what we want to figure out. But right here, that's freaking awesome. I almost forgot one of the most important parts. This part actually opens up. How did I miss that? But there it is. Those wondering. There it is. We got some nice detail on the inside. How did I miss that? I don't even know. But there's some nice detail. You cannot read that. It's super small. But there's a screen right there. It's got some nice buttons. No laser. Like, it doesn't have any, laser button things going on here. But, yeah, that does open up. So, yeah. Taking a look at a simple flight pose for Buzz. As you can see, the dynamic stand holds him just fine. I hope there's not going to be any paint rub issues on this one. But we typically haven't had that with Iron Man figures. So, probably won't be. Should be okay. And honestly, I think the stand, I probably could get a little bit more dynamic angle on it. But I think for this particular pose, I think it works. Posing-wise, it's freaking beautiful. Like, this is a pose right here you could use. The only downside I would have liked to have done with, I would like to have him holding the blaster and the sword, but he doesn't come with hands to do that. So I think there's a little miss opportunity on that front for posing. That kind of sucks. So you either get, you're either holding the blaster or you're holding the sword. You can't do both. So that's unfortunate. But, you get the idea. I guess you could switch it out, however you want to do it. But posing-wise, let me pause it right here. It's pretty freaking good. It really is. So we'll zoom in here. We'll give you guys a little closer look at the pose. But I think, come on. If that's not, it's just good looking. Now, in Hot Toys, generally, how he does life size or lifelike sculpts. So the animated style, is not something they do a lot, but this is brilliant. They're doing some more anime stuff and some video game stuff, and they're kind of getting into that. But I think they absolutely nailed it. Like I said, the colors are great. The proportions, I think, are great. The ability to, the Iron Man-esque engineering going on in this thing allows posability. I think that's great. I really, the only downside I've gotten so far is I wish he had an extra hand to hold the sword and the blaster at the same time. That's my only, at this point, that's my only dislike. All right, guys, another pose for you. We got Socks, the robot cat going on in here, sitting on the shoulder. It doesn't really, I just kind of have him balanced. It doesn't magnetize or anything to him. It's just sitting up there, which is fine. And then I've got his flipped out little computer thing going on. He can't actually touch it because of the armor, and it just kind of gets in the way. So you kind of got to imply that he's getting ready to push a button. So there's that. But I think it works pretty good. I will throw the dome on there in just a second, give you guys an idea what it looks like. Obviously, you can expect a lot of glare because it's very high polish, clear acrylic. This thing looks fantastic. I'm super happy with this guy, as you probably can already tell. Just being a big Toy Story nerd, it's just cool. It just is. All right, so my apologies for all the glare, but we have a rounded glass plastic object with a bunch of lights on it. So there's that. I did kind of maneuver lights around, move the camera around to try to get it a little better, but honestly, it's just what it is. So I imagine most of your displays don't have high-powered LED lights, pounding lights onto these guys, so it probably would be okay. But currently, for video purposes, we actually do need light. So here we go. I think it looks great. I would highly recommend a microfiber cloth. Be at the ready because you're going to get fingerprints all over this thing. And honestly, I think probably most people are going to display it without the dome. I don't think I'm going to use it. But I'm glad they innovated and it's not two pieces. So I'm very happy about that. But it does look really good. And it's clean. We'll spin it around for you guys for a second. It's clean. It's clear. There's currently no scratches on mine because I didn't put it on it. And it just looks cool. So if you like Buzz Lightyear and you want to use a dome, there it is. So kudos to Hot Toys for doing a single piece, kind of. And yeah, I kind of dig it. What do you guys think? Let me know. All right, here we go. We got the dome off. We've got his extra blaster. I forget what the heck this is. It's been a while since I've seen the film. I won't be using this because, again, this is a Toy Story Buzz, not a Lightyear Buzz, but, to each their own, whatever. But there it is. There's an accessory got going on. It looks pretty freaking good, posability-wise. The only, I guess I would say, other than the extra hand for holding both weapons, or one of each hand would be nice, an extra expression would have been cool. Like a stern expression would have been kind of cool because, honestly, in the film, he had that look. I mean, this isn't bad. This is good. But here I am saying, hey, give an extra faceplate would have been cool. Would have been a welcome addition, in my opinion. I do have Socks down at the bottom, posed up, kind of sitting down. It's a little awkward, but it has plenty of mobility. So kind of dig that. We've got the laser sword, focus, magnetized to the back. We've got his blaster magnetized to his thigh. And it looks pretty stinking cool, gotta say. I mean, look at this thing. It looks good. So, I mean, there's some people who are going to say, hey, look, I'm not getting this because of the film. I understand. I get it. I got it because it's Toy Story, and that's Toy Story buzz. So I'm not sure exactly how mine's going to end up posed up. Probably with the jetpack, probably falling with style is probably where mine's going to end up. I don't know. But how would you pose yours? That would be the question I have for you. Are you getting this? I know stateside he's waitlisted at your California place, but he'll show up in comic shops. Obviously, Pop Collectibles has a few available. If you want to get one from them, you certainly can. It's a normal size box, so I think shipping shouldn't be too crazy. But I'm having fun with this guy. I'm going to be posing him up. Stay tuned to my Instagram and YouTube Reels or Shorts or whatever they're calling them these days for more posing options on here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you want to support the channel on Patreon and get a chance to win a 6-scale figure, that would be cool too. Patreon.com/Jedi Patrol, link in the description below. And obviously check out our Facebook group, which I don't really talk about all that much because there's like 10 or 11,000 people in there. There's a lot of people. So if you're watching this, you're probably already in the group. So if you're not, join the group. As always, click through to like. See you next time. All right, just for fun, what would it look like if Buzz Lightyear joined the Bad Batch? Well, it would look like this. Clone Force 99 meets Buzz Lightyear. That's all I got. See you next time.